Mic check. Good morning, Discord. Good morning, YouTube. For today's stream, the goal is to see if we can make enough money to buy anti-gravity space boots. So we got 1 minute till the bell. We've seen some significant selling pressure. Yeah, significant in the morning. Soon as the morning session open, big drop. We're going to see if this continues. We're going to see if it continues. Okay, opening bell. Let's see what we got. We're going to let these early candles play out so we can figure out the algorithms. Once the algorithms present themselves, then we will decide the most probable setups. And keeping YouTube's being funny lately, so with the stream. So Keep in mind, this is not financial advice. Each trader or each person interacting with the stream is responsible for their own financial decisions. I'm not responsible for your decisions. Now that that's out the way. So there's a big drop. Let's see at what time. Big drop at 4 in the morning Eastern. And then from then it's been kind of sideways. So we'll see if it wants to push up to grab more liquidity before the push down, or if it's just going to continue with this volume. We'll see. We'll see. Nothing's presented itself yet. I know the put looks nice right now, but we have our rules. I know the put looks nice, but we have our rules. I know it looks nice, but you can afford to wait. Believe me, I know it looks nice, and you better believe I got a little bit of FOMO. You better believe it. Sometimes you gotta say damn the rules, but I haven't verified this blue. Actually, I'm not gonna leave it blue. I'm gonna leave it. I haven't verified the magenta, so let's give it some time. Let it all play out. Premiums are still really high. Premiums are still very high. So, as a general rule, it's not 100%, but as a general rule, higher premiums indicate volatility. Volatility means, or could mean, some pressure down. General rule. Give it a second, let it play out. We have not identified anything as of yet. I know that put looked juicy. I know it. I know it. But we have our rules. We'll just stick to the rules. If you got something that works, there's no reason I'm trying to change it up now. Again, we don't have to go in on every single candle we see. We don't even have to go in on every single setup or play that might. Oh, look at that. It hurts. It hurts so bad. It hurts. Sometimes you gotta say, damn the rules, but here we are. Oh, it hurts. I'm sorry. I know. We have rules. Oh, God. It hurts. That put looked nice. So we want to see how it reacts to 573.05. Man, that put looked juicy in the morning, that first candle. We'll see if I regret not FOMOing, because I wanted to. Take a look at the higher time frame. So we got our 5-day above 582. Those liquidity zones are always a target. It's always going to be a target. Still got some time for this 30-minute candle. Now it's too early to call anything, but let's see if we reject off of this 575.07. Reject meaning heading back down. Let's see what happens right here. So this wick right here, this candle pattern is telling you got at least a little bit of pressure going up, right? Big rejection on the down. So that this 9 times out of 10 told you you got some upward momentum coming in. And if you're like really quick on the draw, you can get something out of it. That's what these candles tell you with this big wick. You should be able to get something out of it. Now it's not 100%, but I wouldn't die on that hill because I've seen crazier patterns play out. But let's see if we reject off of this 575.07. Because we're in the downtrend until we're not. That's the answer. So they're trying to start a bull cycle right now. They're trying to start a bull cycle, but this is giving strong resistance. So we're almost back at open. there's no real trade here. There's not enough movement for price action. We need price action to develop. That's why we wait. That's why we wait, and that's why we don't go based on one candle. I want to see how this bull cycle finishes, and that'll tell us where we stand. I'm seeing wicks come in here, so does this mean it's rejection? Do these wicks mean rejection? Could this be this? I would have preferred this candle to get underneath this last wick. That would be preferable. But you don't always get what you want in life. So we have our rules, 15 minutes minimum. Sometimes the algorithms take, like for example, it took an hour and a half, 2 hours for yesterday to see some of the other ones. So it takes time. We have our rules. All right, we're gonna see if this purple holds up. Let's see if this purple holds up. Easy. It's too easy. Quick base hit. Take your win. Take your win and leave. Take your win and leave. So we might be, I'll confirm it in a little bit, building liquidity inside the blue and then breaking the purple for the down. That might be it. Let's let this play out. We just hit the 15-minute mark right now, so let it play out. Let it play. Clean up this chart just a bit. Okay, looks like this magenta might be holding up. I like to see it break below these candles right here to see if this magenta is going to hold up. I'll leave it for now. I think I see another one though. I'll plot it. We'll see which one is relevant in the long run. We'll wait. I don't wanna rush anything. We'll wait. Gotta have patience. Okay, this is the purple. This is the purple right here. Now, see, it takes a little bit of time. Takes a little bit of time. And then okay, I think I like these better. We'll still use the blue. I think the blue looks pretty good. We'll still use this blue. I'm just gonna borrow it to not clutter the screen. I would like to see this for your safer bet to go above the purple. So I'd like to see this. Oh. Above purple. Damn it. I don't know why it's doing that. This would be your safer call. Okay, so this blue looks pretty good. I like the blue. I like the blue. And I also like this purple. So, so if this thing wants to head, all right, just remember what's on here right now. Remember what's on here right now. if it wants to head down, something like this. If it wants to head down. Yeah, I like these. I like these. I like what we got going. So again, your safest up would be like that. So around here is going to be if there's going to be continuation up. Around here is going to be for the down. So now we just got to wait for those to play out. These are the this is what it needs to look like for these scenarios to play out. And then the other scenario is that we just bounce inside of purple. So this is going to be a point of contention right here. So if we get back down to here, you want to see the break, retest, and reject. I know it's a lot on the screen right now. When we get to that point, I'll draw everything back. I think we might be forming a half channel here. There may be a half channel right there. Let it play out. We're not in any rush. Market's not going anywhere. We're fine. So right here is going to tell us that this half channel is going to hold up. Right here is going to tell us if this half channel is going to hold up, or if I need to adjust it. We'll see. We'll see. Let it play out. There's no rush. Got plenty of time. Patience. This is a game of patience. Patience, patience. So remember, these points of contention, you know, this is your 50-50. We don't know what's gonna happen here. It was easy to call this one because you see what the pattern is, right? Up purple, or it goes down from purple here, up from purple here, down from purple here. This was easy to call out. This is your 50-50. We don't know what's gonna happen here. So if you got in up here, okay, you're riding it until you break. Well, I need to make a selling channel, but as of now, it'll be break of magenta. We'll see how we react to this purple down here. And if you don't take the 50-50, like for the put, then your next entry would be, like I said, the break, retest, and reject. That's what you, these are the rules. These are your risks. You tell me, or you have to decide where your risk is. Let me clean up this chart. Just remember what's going on. So I'll recap everything. Ready? So we don't know if we're gonna bounce off the top, bounce off the bottom, and then bounce back up to the top, right? That's what this line is for. That's what this one's for. So we don't know if that's gonna happen yet. That's why we wait for confirmations. We already know we're not going long until up here at this arrow that I drew up here. This is your safest one. And this will move across as time goes on. This is your 50-50 shot. So if it breaks through here and you didn't get in on the 50-50, then it's prudent to wait for the break, retest, and rejection. So now just let it play out. This is why you don't listen to indicators. This is why you don't listen to indicators. It's almost too easy. Now we want to see if we reject off this half channel and then get back down here. Right? That'll give us a little bit of an idea. That'll give us a little bit of an idea. Don't jump the gun yet. We have our more secure entry points, right? I'm not saying it's 100%, but I'm telling you what the more secure ones are. And of course we want to make as much as possible, so we're trying to get the best entry, but sometimes you know you got to take a little less reward to lower your risk. That's just what the name of the game is. So you're contending with right now competing. I don't know that this is an engulfing candle. I'm not sure about that because it has, you know, wicks on the top and the bottom, so I can't say this is an engulfing candle, but I do see some rejection wicks up here, right? I do see that. Let's let it play. Don't rush anything. We got plenty of time. So remember the options. It was, this was an option, right? Bottom of purple for the calls, top of purple for the puts, bottom of purple for the calls. That's just what it is. Now we gotta wait for the break, retest, and reject off of this purple. All right, we can't go long yet until it breaks, retest, and reject. It's too easy. It's too easy. We knew what all the setups are. We already knew. We already knew. Now we want to wait for a magenta to form. To go long. Now we gotta wait. No big deal. So now we're waiting for this. Oh, come on. Yeah, there you go. Wait for a little pullback. We want to see if magenta forms again. So remember, the what we prefer for it to look like would be like this. If you took the risk and you got in on the break of purple up here, which is where the arrow was, okay. Now you're starting to understand the risk. If it shoots up right now, it shoots up right now. But the safest bet is for a retest of this purple and then a rejection off the purple. That's the safest. Did I tell you exactly where to go long? Yes, I did. I drew an arrow pointing to it. So was this the break? And then this one was the retest right here? I drew an arrow pointing exactly where to go long. There's no way anyone lost money. There's absolutely no way you lost money. Okay, let it play out. Let it play. If you didn't take a trade because there's just too many options on the table, this is the risk of day trading, right? You know where your safe entries are for the long. You know where your safe entries are for the short. I promise you it's going to be like this. This is what it is. We had plenty of notice for puts on the top of purple, calls on the bottom, puts on the top. I literally drew it out. I'm not here to tell you when to put your money into something, because that wouldn't be fair. Because then if you're gonna do that, then listen to me when I tell you to buy a car, listen to me when I tell you to buy toilet paper and everything else. So that's not realistic. I can only tell you what the setup looks like. So far, everything's been playing out exact. Everything's been playing out exact. We never got down here. There's no reason to go in for a short, right? Ideally, I would have liked this to dig down a little bit deeper. Yeah, I would have liked it to dig down a little bit deeper, ideally. So, let's see what happens. Let's see. When I say dig deeper, I mean ideally I like to see it travel along this magenta a little bit before it breaks out of magenta, but we'll see. Let it play. The next target would be 579.31. We haven't started forming a buying channel yet. We haven't started forming a blue. This buying channel still hasn't formed. This blue still has not formed. So your safe shorts are still going to be underneath purple. I'm going to highlight it. These are going to be your safest shorts. Your safest puts underneath purple. Now you're contending with this. So let's see what plays out. Let's see what plays out. We're in a strong uptrend now. It's a stronger up. We're in an overall downtrend for sure, but in the short term, we're in a stronger uptrend. So we got to see if this is going to be a weak bull cycle, a bear cycle coming in. This didn't form either. If you took this one right here, the break, retest, and reject, your trade should be protected, right? Your trade's protected even if you got in at the worst possible time. So we're starting a bear cycle. So if you're gonna hold on, you gotta hold on for dear life. If not, I can't, adjust your risk for you. I can't do that. Take your profit when you can is what I'll tell you. Take your profits when you can. Because the market doesn't give up a lot. Now, if we start this bear cycle, how weak is it going to be? Remember, we had this. Let me put it back. That's what we're contending with. So this right here is going to be your point of contention. This is your 50-50. Okay, your trade is protected from the break, retest, and reject. Your trade's protected. This is easy. This is why you don't listen to indicators. This is exactly why you do not listen to look at the money. Your trade's protected. Take what you can. Nothing's guaranteed. Now, if you took the break and retest, when we close outside of this blue, take profit, cut chalks. Scalping, right? If you're scalping, cut chalks. If you're swing, hold on to it for a little bit. Purple would be your out. This is why you can't listen to indicators. They don't work. They don't work. I'm gonna adjust it just a little bit. I think we can get a little bit more out of it. Come on, a little bit more. A little bit more. We need to get above this wick. We need to get above this red wick. So close. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's so close. Oh. We need to get above this red wick. Either way, your trade's protected. Your trade is protected. Take your profit when you can. Base hits. Base hits will add up. Trust me. Needs to close above that wick. We need to close above that wick. I want to see us close above that wick minimum. If not, when we break, if you're scalping, breaking of this blue, take your base hit and move on. This is easy. And now what you've done, you've created a cushion for your next trade. So if it goes against you, you didn't lose anything, right? You shouldn't be risking half of your profit. This is how you win every day. We need to close above that wick. If we close above, I believe the target's going to be 579.31. This is actually too easy. It's actually too easy. Come on. Look, I told you what the criteria was for going long, right? I even drew an arrow. I drew an arrow. There's nothing more I can do. There's nothing more I can do. I told you when we're going short, and I told you when to go long, and I told you what the pattern needed to look like. Break, retest, reject. There's nothing more I can do. This is too easy. I told you exactly where to go long. Don't get greedy now. Remember, if you're scalping, when you get out here, or when this breaks is blue, because I formed the buying channel. Once the buying channel form, easy claps. Easy claps. This is too easy. It's too easy. Look at that money. I told you exactly what to look out for. I told you I drew arrows. I drew arrows. Normally I don't like to do that, but I need you guys to win in the Discord. I need you to win. I need you to win. This is very important. I'm extremely invested in your success here. Like emotionally invested, financially invested. I'm invested in your winning. So this is your point of contention. Oh, come on. This is your point of contention right here. Take your base hits and move on. Look, we broke. Take your win. If it continues up, it continues up. Oh well. You got something out of it, right? You got something out of it. The break, retest, reject. Right off this purple. Almost as if I drew it far in advance. It's almost as if I drew it. Now I said ideally I'd like it to build a magenta and build a little bit of liquidity in the magenta, but this wick gave it enough strength. This hammer gave it enough strength to continue. Let the market digest. Give us some time. We don't have to chase every candle. We know what the setup is for the short. I literally have it highlighted, so there's no excuse. Looks like it's losing steam for the up. Looks like it's losing steam. So for today, it's going to be, in case you couldn't tell, it's the magenta for the up and then purple for the down. Let's let this bear cycle play out. There's no trade to be had here. We're not chasing anything. The criteria is on the screen. The criteria is on the screen. We want to get above 579.31 and below this purple right here. That's the criteria. We're not trading. You're in the middle. There's no trade to be had here. And if it just dumps right now, then it dumps. Oh well. You didn't risk anything. You didn't lose anything. There's no trading here. Don't FOMO in anything. There's absolutely no trading here. Now it's building this wedge right here. In between this. So just wait. It'll happen. Just wait. All right, 579.31 is going to be highly contested. It's going to be highly contested. But if you remember, we planned for that being the target. So we're going to see. We are going to see. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit I wouldn't be surprised if we hit 579 and then do one of these. That wouldn't surprise me. Look, on the break of this purple right here, I told you what the target was. 579.31. I said it. You can yeah. Woo! All right. All right. So look, we also knew that the break of magenta was your up, right? Remember, break of magenta is the up. This is simple. This is simple. The break of magenta is the up. The target's 579.31. Now you have to wait for the retest. This right here, stop hunt right here. This is your 50-50 shot. This was a stop hunt. Nothing you can do about that. Nothing you can do about that. Now, ideally, we like to see a break, retest, reject. That's what ideally we like to see. We want to see another magenta form. I'm going to clean this chart up a little bit. It's loud. It's loud. We're technically in overbought territory. We're technically in overbought. So we're in a precarious position. precarious position. We're in overbought territory, so this is precarious. This is precarious territory. Take your wins. We're gonna see what happens. We knew that 579.31 was the target. Since when? Since the break of this one. Since this. Way over here, we knew that. It's almost too simple. So don't go chasing the drawings. You have to listen to what I'm actually saying. All right, if you remember, I told you way over here, I drew an arrow. This is gonna be for the up. We're not going long until we get here. And that's exactly what happened. We're not going short until we get down here. That's just what it is. If we miss this whole move, oh well. Oh well. I'm gonna clean it up. There's actually a divergence playing out right here. A bearish divergence playing out. It might play out, unless this is a fake out, but there's actually a bearish divergence. Bearish divergence meaning the average price and the actual price are doing two different things. So if this break and retest plays out, it's going to invalidate the bearish divergence. That's why I put the 50-50 here. We need to break above, we need to close above this for me to start a channel, a buying channel. We need to at least close above this to start a buying channel. Yeah, there's a bearish divergence. Yeah, it's tricky. It's precarious right here. No one knows. No one knows. We need to close above this, above these, to start a buying channel. Otherwise, we're still following down this magenta. Now we're going to see if that bearish divergence plays out. They're battling highly contested right here. That's why it's a 50-50 right here. You remember I put it. Bearish divergence. Let's see if the bearish divergence plays out. This is so tricky. This is tricky. No reason, no reason to trade. Take your wins and move on. Because this does look like it's built up a fair amount of liquidity in this magenta. A fair amount. But it's contending against bearish divergence. Like a lot of bearish divergence. Highly contested right here. We need to close above these wicks in order to make a buying channel. Otherwise, bearish divergence is playing out. There it is, bearish divergence. Oh, it didn't close. Look at these. look at these wicks. These wicks pointing it down. This wick wants to point it up. No rush. No rush into anything. That's why this is the 50-50 shot. You got a major key level that we knew we were going to hit. We hit that level. The market's telling you bearish divergence, but the price is telling you that it wants to push up. So it's difficult. It's 50-50, right? That is exactly the definition of 50-50 shot. The bearish divergence, it looks like it's playing out to me. If we close below this wick, bearish divergence for how long? I don't know. Okay, so we didn't close above the magenta, right? Magenta was the up. Easy. Never closed above the magenta, never started a buying channel. Bearish divergence. If this is going to dig deeper, we're going to look for this. If it's going to dig deeper, wait for that. If you didn't get in on the rejection of magenta, because I never remember magenta was the up. I had to close outside of magenta above. Never did that. Never did that. What we did see was a bearish divergence coming in. Let's see how we react off the half channel. Just have patience, it'll come, it'll come. Don't force anything. still looking for, we got the break, we got the retest. Now we need to see it reject off, or is it gonna, okay. 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 You should be out on the break of this magenta. Easy claps. Easy claps. Look at the money. Look at the money. Too easy. It's actually too easy. It's actually too easy. It's way too easy. Look at the money. Look at the money being printed. Look at the money being printed. We knew exactly what to do, when to do it. And if you got it wrong here, oh well. You can't get it right all the time. Look at this money. That's good money. All right, let's start this. Don't get greedy. Take what you can. I'm not a huge fan of this selling channel. Look at the money. Come on, little more, little more. Give me a little more. Come on, come on. Give me some more. Look at this money. Look at the money. You can't ask for anything better. You actually can't. You'd be a greedy person. Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. Perfect entry. Perfect entry. Look at this money. Come on now. Look at the money we are printing. I need to get like one of those cash counting things. Yes, print. Keep going. Feed it. Feed it. Oh my goodness. What a good day. What a good day. Even if you got it wrong once, you can't get it wrong twice in a row. It's impossible. Look at the I put this shoulder here for a reason. I drew this break and retest for a reason. And if you're take quick profits and get out. Take your profits and get out. No big deal. This is too simple. This is way too simple. Get your base hits. I told you if you do multiple contracts and you get in on the shoulder, you're out on the break on this magenta. This is simple. Look at this money. Whoo-wee. Gotta see where this one closes. Single contracts, you should be out. Do you see why you can't hesitate? You see all these wicks? You see it didn't break magenta? That should be telling you something. Single contracts, you should be out. Multiple contracts, you gotta wait for the break of the magenta. This is too simple. This is actually too simple. Hey, yes. Easy claps. Easy. Oh, simply amazing. Simply amazing. Let your runners, if you have multiple contracts, let your runners run a little bit. You're out on the magenta. It's simple. Look at the money that's being printed. If you want to make a 10, 15-minute move in price, you got to wait that time, right? You can't let it. We have our strategy. It works. It works. So hesitation is going to cost you. The reason why you should be okay with taking trades that are setting up the way they should is because you can't get it wrong twice. It's impossible. We know what the criteria is. Multiple contracts out on break of this magenta. Simple. You got in here, your trade's protected. If it breaks this, you lose nothing. You collected all the way from the first break. You collected on your first set of contracts. It's a very simple system. You can't lose. Out. Done. You take your win and it didn't close, but if you don't want to be greedy, out. Stop out even. Great trade. Great trade. Great trade. Took a while, but we got there. Took a while, but we got there. Now what? Break of magenta? Come on. Come on. You know what the criteria is for this now, right? If you didn't get in on the break of magenta for the up, right? The break of magenta is for the up. If you miss this and you waited for the break of magenta for the up, fine. Your trade's protected right now. Your trade's protected. You move your stop to the bottom of this candle, your trade's protected. If you got in on break of magenta, waiting for this, your trade's protected right now. Right? Now, if you want to wait, if you're looking for the entry, same setup. Boop, 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 like that. It's too simple. Remember I told you, the break of purple for the down. The break of magenta for the up. Discord members, you have to pay attention to these little gems that I'm dropping you, because I'm telling you, once I figure out these algorithms, it's done. You can't lose twice in a row. It's impossible. It's impossible. If you got in on the break of magenta, your trade's protected and you're in profit. You're in profit. if you want to get in on the call, you got to wait for this now, right? Because this is your least amount of risk for the up because I said. And if you got in on the break of magenta, then you wait for the break of blue. I need to make this blue and green better, but I'm doing what I can. Give me time. It needs to be a little bit better. This blue and green needs to be a little bit better. It's kind of working, but I would like it a little bit better. If you're on single contracts, when this blue breaks, take your base hit. It's too easy. It's too easy. You can't lose. Your trade's protected. You can make some type of profit. We got to get above this 579.31 for any upward push. Look, single contracts, you're still in it until it breaks this blue. Right? Your break even should be here. And if you're getting nervous, take profit and leave. Take profit. But I have it drawn out for you. It's color coded to the point where you can't miss. And even if you got the 50-50 wrong, oh well, you know what's gonna happen next, right? You already know. You already know this blue still hasn't broken on the break of this magenta. This is simple. But if you just want to take base hits, take your money right now. Take your money right now. Your account may not be set up to absorb, to absorb some risk. And I get it. You should be paper trading, actually. You should be paper trading. This is too simple. This is way too simple. Look at the money. Look at the money. Break a magenta. Look at the money. If you went in on this shoulder right here, you made it all the way to down here, right? You're out. Your next entry is going to be break of this magenta. Simple. In every direction we make money. Every direction. It doesn't matter up or down. Look at the money we're printing on the break. Come on. It hasn't broken blue. There's no reason to get out. There's no reason to get out. I'm spelling out everything for you. And even if you took some losses over here, oh well. It's impossible to, you have to have your, put a reasonable stop. You can't be crazy with your stop and stop out $300 and then expect, you have to have your criteria. You have to know your risk tolerance. On this trade, I'm willing to risk $20, $50, whatever it is, because you can make it back on the other way. Now, if you took the break of this magenta, start thinking about cutting chalks. 1, 2, 3. My stop is on the bottom of this, so if I get stopped out, then I get stopped out. All right, I stopped. Easy. I made money. On the single contract, right? So half of it. The other half is going to get taken over here on this purple. Single contracts is here. The other half is here on the purple. I'm actually going to move that up to right here where my entry was. So I break even and I don't lose a dime. So I break even and don't lose a dime. I'm going to give this a little bit of room. So I'm in profit. So if it goes against me right now, fine, whatever. I don't care. I made money. I made good money today. Many contracts, a little tiny movement with many contracts, that's someone's monthly paycheck. That is someone's monthly paycheck. Trust me. Many contracts in 2 minutes is someone's monthly paycheck. So you have to think about it like this. I risked someone's night out at the bar in order to make someone else's monthly paycheck. Stopped out. Okay. Not yet. It didn't stop out yet. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'll stop out here with my other set, and I'm gonna live to fight another day. I made a little bit, not as much as okay. It didn't stop me out. I'll probably move it up. I'll move it up to underneath this wick. I'm gonna move it to underneath this wick right here, and if I get stopped, then I get stopped. I'm making a little bit more. Almost. Let's see. Okay, good. Easy claps. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a bathroom break. Okay, so look what happened here. If I would have followed my rules and left it on purple, if I would have followed my own damn rule. See, we all... happens to everybody. Even happens to the best. I'm the best, by the way. If I would have followed my rules and waited till purple, like I initially said, but I let this, I let this scare me out. I should have waited till purple, and I paid the price. Because I could have made 2 people's monthly paycheck. Look, I told you, break of magenta was the up. This is simple. This is actually simple. Let's see how it plays. I got 10-15 more minutes with you guys. And then look what played out. Look what played out. I have no excuse because I actually drew this thing. I literally drew this thing and look what played out. I have no excuse. So I won't be tough on you guys. Because I get it. It's emotional. This is an emotional game. This is not, and you got to stick to your strategy. I've proven it to myself a long time ago, and I still don't get it right every time. I still don't. It's impossible to get it right every time. It's impossible. I had my setup. I knew when my exit was for my other set of contracts. It was on purple. It was the break of purple, which would have been the loss I was willing to take. That would have been the loss I was willing to take, and I shortchanged myself. So the loss I took there was the opportunity loss, right? You have your actual loss, and then you have the loss of opportunity because I didn't follow my own strategy. And it happens sometimes. It happens. So I'm not going to be too hard on myself. I made something, but not what I should have. Not what I should have. And it especially hurts when I have this pattern drawn and I see the pattern happening. And then I'm like, I'm not going to FOMO win now, right? We all go through it. I missed the move. It's too late. I missed the move. That's my fault. My fault. You can't draw something and then I'll beat myself up a little bit. I deserve it. I'm just gonna look in the mirror for 20 minutes and beat myself over the back with a leather belt. And repeat, shame, shame. Because here I am preaching to you guys to stick to the strategy, and I let one candle, but I'll do better. I will do better. We knew this was gonna happen. We knew this was gonna happen. All right, let's check the higher time frame. Man, this is so obvious, man. This was so obvious. So obvious. Okay. So now we want to see if we're forming a double top here. It's a weak double top. We don't want to call the reversal. That's not. We know where our reversal is. I have it highlighted, or not reversal, but some indication of a down. Right below this purple. Don't even think about shorts until below this purple. Don't you dare. That one's upsetting. Okay, I'm gonna shake it off. I'm gonna shake it off. I'm gonna shake it off. In the words of Taylor Swift. All right. So when you're in an uptrend, you're looking for call entries. You're looking for call entries, right? So on these break of magentas, that's what you're looking for. If I haven't made that clear, I hope I cleared it up now. Oh, don't tell me the double top formed just as I said it. Don't do that. Oh my goodness. Really? Really? So we're gonna look for the same thing. All right, we're gonna look for that. So it's gonna be purple and magenta. That's what it's gonna be for the day. I'll try to project a few hours out, as I usually do. This is gonna be solid though, right? We want to see. Now, these might push out to the right, you know, because I can't, you know, I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I know what it needs to look like. I know what it needs to look like. But we had a good day today. I think we had a phenomenal day today. As usual, we minimize our risk. Worst case scenario, you learn the damn lesson, right? Worst case scenario, you learn the lesson, because this thing doesn't happen overnight. This is a journey, and you're on that journey to never working again. An hour, 2 hours in your robe in the morning, and that's it. That's what your journey is. That's what you're doing. That's what you're preparing for. And I just called the double top. I just called the double top. All right, now we're gonna wait for the setup, right? We're not gonna chase it. We're gonna wait for the setup. We are going to wait for the setup. We don't chase it. I want to see a break below the purple, retest the purple, and reject off the purple, but still inside magenta. It's simple. It's very simple. And you know you're in an uptrend. So if you're going short, you got to chase it. We shouldn't be going short until here. Right? We shouldn't even be thinking about it until about I think here would be okay, but here would be better. So if you want to scalp this, you know what we got to look for. We want to see this form. We want to see the green form. It has not yet. I'm prepping. We want to see the green form. Then we want to see retest of this underneath this purple and rejection of the purple. And also, because I see weakness coming in, be cautious on this break of magenta, because it doesn't mean there's weakness coming into the period, right? So maybe a little pullback, because look, this is a straight arrow up, so maybe a little pullback right here, and then which would mean that this right here would be your 50-50. Where would it be? Hold on, give me a second. Let me so your 50, I know it's gonna look weird and out of place, but your 50-50 should be around here somewhere. That's where the 50-50 is gonna be. Do you see why we wait for our criteria? This is why. It's simple. You don't have to risk anything. We have our setup criteria. No reason to risk anything. There's absolutely no reason to risk anything. We know what it needs to look like. This is very simple. It's almost like science. I'm going to extend these out just a bit. I'm going to try to account for time. Oh my God. Right, so either break a purple or rejection off the magenta. It's almost like I have it drawn out for you. Don't go in yet. There's no entry here yet. Our arrows are going to be our safest puts. We're still in this uptrend minimum until we break this this thick one down here. I've been mute this whole time. Another base hit. Look at it. Look at it. Another base hit. I'm chasing this profit because we're in an uptrend. You have to chase it, right? You give it a little bit of room to breathe, but this is easy money. Look at this money. Look at the money we're printing. Look. Let's break below this purple. Let's break this purple. Let's break this purple. Let's break this purple. It's actually way too easy. Look at the money we're printing. And I was, oh my goodness. Look at this money. Keep feeding me. Keep feeding me. If you want the 5-minute move, you gotta wait 5 minutes. If you want the 10-minute move, you gotta wait 10 minutes. Look at the shoulder. Look at, come on now. Come on now. I call the double top. Look at what's happening right now. You cannot make this up. Look at the money we are printing. Right before oh my goodness, I was just, oh my goodness. Oh, it's almost as if I drew exactly what was going to happen. I told you it was going to reject off of magenta. There's nothing more I can do. You can do this every single day. There's no reason why you can't. We are too good. We don't miss. We don't. And even if you got one of them wrong, you can't get 2 wrong in a row. It is impossible. Come on. This is too simple. This is way too simple. About to cut chalks on single contracts. We gotta wait for this one to close if we want to follow the strategy. If you're scalping single contracts, take your base hit, right? Look where the entry was. Look where the entry was. Don't say you didn't have time. Don't say I didn't tell you when it rejects off of magenta. You can't say that. And I'm taking, all right, single contracts out. Well, it didn't close yet, so 12 seconds. 12 seconds for it to close. If we're following the strategy, 12 seconds for it to close. And this is why we follow the strategy. This is why we follow the strategy. Give me more. I gotta move it. I gotta move it. This is why we follow the strategy. Right here. This is why we follow it. Right here. Come on. Give me a little more. Give me a little bit more. Come on. It's okay. Trade's protected. Didn't lose anything. Made a little bit of profit. If you're multiple contracts, you're out on the break of magenta. Simple. Because we want to see if this is going to happen. Single contracts, you got 10 seconds for this candle. Your trade should be protected. Your entry, if you hesitate, see what happens when you hesitate. It's just, you got to be willing to take the risk. You got to be willing to take the risk. And when you get to multiple contracts, you'll know not to let one green candle scare you out if you're going on puts. That's why you have your criteria. So if you entered up here, right? When the purple broke, break a purple, remember that? Then you have this shoulder. You see the price come back up, test the shoulder. And then let's say you even got in late, you still had this whole entire candle, and then you had this whole candle too. I mean, there's many opportunities here. And when this magenta breaks, then I'll take the profit from my other set of contracts. In profit. In profit. Both tranches in profit. And when you're dealing with a lot of contracts, it adds up. It adds up. Look. Come on. Do what I knew you were going to do. Look at this money. Oh my goodness. Look. Look what's happening. Look what's happening. I told you exactly where I was going to reject. This is too simple. This is actually too simple. There's no way. This is why we follow the strategy. This is why. Because you can't lose twice in a row. It's impossible. Oh, goodness. This is why I didn't take my second tranche yet. My first, right here. My second, I'm letting it ride until it breaks magenta. Come on. I don't know what more. I honestly don't know what more. Matter of fact, I drew an arrow to tell you where the price is. There's an arrow drawn right here. There's a shoulder drawn right here. There's a flexion point drawn right here. I said out loud, rejection of this magenta. There's nothing more I can do. There's nothing more I can do. I drew an arrow. I drew a shoulder. Look at the money. Look, come on now. Look at the money we're printing. This is too easy. There's no reason why you can't do this. This is too simple. The only thing holding you back is the fear, and I get it. Trust me, I get it. That fear, man. And then what happens is you see the big move happen and you're like, oh no. And then you're like, well, maybe I can get in now. Like, oh, and then you start making shit up. Like, oh, I see a momentum candle. That means it has more room to go down. Sure, you know, but you gotta have your strategy, right? Break a purple. Break a purple. I even highlighted this break a purple. I actually highlighted it. There's no way anyone could have. Come on, give me more. Give me more, because I'm greedy like that. I am greedy like that. Give me more. I even told you when to buy the put. I have it highlighted. Discord. Like, I don't know what else to say. I'm the best trader on the internet. The best. The best. It's confirmed. You can't deny it. I'm drawing what's going to happen in advance. I'm telling you the criteria for a winning strategy. My trade's protected. My second set, way up here. My first set, I took my base hit and I got out. I made something, right? Come on, look at someone else's monthly income just made right now. Monthly income. Why? Sticking to the strategy. That's why. It's simple. It's actually very simple. You can't mess it up. You can be wrong once, but you can't be wrong twice in a row. It's impossible. It's actually impossible. Oh my goodness. What a great day. What a phenomenal day. You give me more. You can't. I told you I'm greedy. I told you I'm greedy. Oh, okay. And then that happened. So if you're following the strategy, my stop is followed along this magenta. So wherever the price is, I'm along the magenta line. So I got stopped out on this right here. I'll take that. I'll take it. But if you actually rewind the tape, you got to rewind it kind of far back. I drew this flexion point a long time ago. Exactly right here. Exactly right here. I drew this flexion point. You got to rewind the tape. I'll find it. And I'll show it in the Discord. I'll find it and show in the look. Holy. Where did this come from? It's so fun. Oh my God, I gotta go. Okay. I'm going to get back on. I'm going to try to get back on a little bit later. And today was a good day. Today was a good day. Today was a great day. Nothing if you got in too late and you got this and this stopped you out, nothing you can do about that, right? So don't feel bad about it. That's not normal. And then you see Wix pushing it down immediately. Don't worry about it. No big deal. But I will be back later. Or no. I'm going to try to be back later. For the Discord, I'll tell